before you know it you're already in difficulty. So awliyaullah come into our life, no, the whole beginning of the day keep asking istighfar for all the things you know you've done wrong and the things that you didn't know you've done wrong and the things you're about to do wrong. And then when I've finished asking all those istighfars, I continue my istighfar for what my children are doing wrong, what my family are doing wrong, what my community are doing wrong. Ya Rabbi astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk, astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk bis-sifat al-azim, that your might and your majesty has no comprehension, the vastness of your power, the minuteness of my existence. Ya Rabbi, by that vastness of power wash away everything I have done wrong. And every day this is their shower, astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk, astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk, astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk. And then Allah's answer to that servant every time they make istighfar is, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In my name and reality that may you know or you don't know, under Sifat al-Rahman I will wash you, under Sifat al-Rahim I will wash you. Means I'll clean you in dunya and I'll clean you in akhirah, and I'll place you in the reality of what Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim stands for. Every time we ask istighfar, every time Allah's jawab and answers, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So as an immense cleansing, when they're making istighfar, Allah is dressing them, dressing them, dressing them. And the middle of the day when they spend their whole day making istighfar at the beginning, towards the middle of the day they begin then to make their salawat on Sayyidina Muhammad. You have to shower before you praise upon that reality. The shower of the believer is istighfar. When they make their istighfar, continuously making istighfar, by the end of the middle of the day they ask, Ya Rabbi, now we want to be sweetened by the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. And they keep then making their salawats and durood al-sharif and reciting different salawats to be fragranced and beautified by the light and the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad, which has no time and no limitation in our understanding. We said this world of people, they live a time reality and everything is based on their mulk, their dunya, the material understanding. If we enter a timeless reality, what does that mean? That Prophet will come and make salawat upon us. And that if you are making continuous salawats in that day, imagine that your tasbih, you're all from afternoon on, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala Sayyidina Muhammad, Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina Muhammad. What does that mean? That the light of Prophet now is with you, accompanying you, dressing you, blessing you. Because Prophet said, you be with whom you love, that this is a sign of love, and that light then attaches itself with that servant and begin to dress them. And that's why Shahidan, my light is witnessing you. Of course I'm Shahidan, from what Allah gave to me I'm witnessing with you, I'm companion with you. Mubashshiran, that every tajalli that coming to me I'm dressing you to the capacity that you have. I can't give you more, Qashi, you'll be dead. Everyone to their capacity of how much they can contain from the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad. And then they're receiving until they become Mubashshiran, they become glowing lights, like ornaments filled with light that angels are astonished, because angels don't receive those maqams. Angels are of a stagnant reality, what Allah created them they stay, they don't have an ascension. They're astonished at the believer how one moment they're down, next moment they're at lights that are astonishing, because of they figured out who to be loving. When they were into their own deeds and their own action, thinking they're going to lift themselves, and they can't lift their pants, more or less lift themselves off the ground. When they finally realized, no, it's not you lifting yourself, it's who do you love? The one you love is the one who will be raising you, because that one who's Sayyidina Muhammad soul is in a continuous mirage, lightning speed beyond imagination. As soon as you attach your salawat and your love onto that light, That light grabs you and shoots you into the heavens, dresses you and bless your soul with ornaments and lights that the angels are astonished by that. And when Nazeeran, that He began to give you ishara, don't do these things, do good things. If you want me to be with you, stick with the good, stick with the good. And that's why then the tariqah comes to teach manners. The tariqah comes to teach manners with all these lights and all these realities. That's why they're teaching manners. And anyone whom is having difficulties and energies and things that are not meeting in place, they have to review their own case. You have to review your own case. Why are things coming short? Why is rizq not coming? For tariqah the biggest understanding is when rizq is cut and rizq is in difficulty, something's wrong with the character and Sayyidina Muhammad is not happy. So everything in the hisab of the person has to go step by step, step by step. What am I doing he's not happy with? He's not happy with any type of deceitful action where you conduct yourself in an inappropriate way with people, unknown. You think the rest of the world doesn't know what you're doing? They don't have to know. All that has to know is Sayyidina Muhammad, he knows. If he's upset by the characters, these are people who are lovers. This is an immense rahmah because they don't want to punish in akhirah. So the punishment of dunya for these ahbab, these lovers is if Prophet is not happy, they get a isharat into their heart, not happy. They get a dream come to their life, not happy. If the rizq begin to be in difficulty, something is wrong with what they're doing. And Prophet wants it fixed, wants that bad action, bad character, the way the person is conducting themselves, known and unknown to people, must be changed. Because these are all like a hospital. When you go in with some sort of difficulty, immediately the doctor knows. You don't know, the doctor knows. He look at you 1 second and say, look like you're going to have a heart attack just by the colour of your lips. And you think nobody knew. You don't think the doctor knows, their whole life was to train like that. What about then spiritual doctors? But because the adab of the shaykhs, they stay quiet and they can't reply to people and they can't talk with people. But the signs are for those who follow signs and look into the signs, they want you to meditate. So when somebody says, I have this difficulty, my money's not coming, rizq not coming, job is not opening, sickness not going away, they send you the email back, meditate. And they come back and go, oh, you keep sending email that says meditate, are you not reading these emails? I say, yeah, they're reading the email, but did you want somebody to give you a direct answer? And they have an understanding is you never approach the horse from the mouth and from the rear, right? Why? Because he's going to bite you. If you go from his mouth and try to say, hi, I'm coming in, I'm going to ride you. You come to his mouth, he'll bite you in 1 second. If you say, I'm going to go from the back and jump onto you and then ride you, he's going to take those 2 feet and give you a concussion and hit you in the head. So this is the ego of people is much more dangerous than that example. There's no way to deal with the ego of people that they attack you back, they become very angry. Tariqah comes with the subtlety of teaching that when you're claiming things are in difficulty, the rizq is not opening, the sustenance is in this, a sickness is coming with this is a school of tafakkur. They're teaching how to love Sayyidina Muhammad and then meditate, connect your heart, take your muhasabah. If you're not meditating, maybe that's your own understanding, you don't want to know what you're doing. And they want you to sit at night and contemplate, why are nothing's opening for me? And they said, you really want to know? We're going to start pushing into your heart for you to understand what you're doing. Don't do that anymore, stop all of these actions that you're doing and you begin to start to clean. That's Nazeeran, that's from Prophet. We said from the beginning of Surat al-Kahf, they control your boat. They'll bring it up and take it down, bring it up and take it down, so that they can control the khuluq and the character. Because when the servant is reaching to ikhlas and wants to reach to ikhlas, but they're not able to control the characteristics that they're exhibiting, then that's why then these imtihans are coming. Then sit and meditate, what's going on? What are you doing wrong that these things are coming short? When they sit and they begin to meditate, then they begin to write, I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing these things wrong. As soon as you identify these things that you're doing wrong, you make your istighfar and begin to change them. I'm not going to do the wrong, I'm going to do the right. And that's why then the people of meditation and tafakkur, they contemplate everything. Everything that's sent to them as an understanding, it's not to be wasted. Every ishara that's coming into their heart, pay attention to it. It has a immense reality, that people are distracted by their dunya, and the dunya at the same time is collapsing. That build your akhirah, build your connection with Sayyidina Muhammad to have noble works and noble characteristics. Time is finishing. That Prophet want to sign on their reality to grant them from what Allah want to grant them, and that requires that their khuluq and their character to be of a noble characteristic, inshaAllah. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa bi siri Surat al-Fatiha.